Hi Pep, hope you had a good summer and a good trip to the Far East. Having won the treble, it can't seem like that long ago, you have an immediate chance to win another trophy. Does this game actually matter to you?
And good morning to everyone. Hope you had a good summer as well. Did you have holidays or not yet?
A small one.
The small ones. So normally when you won the title that we won, they give you the chance to fight for new ones, especially this Community Shield, the last 3 years we played. But against Sevilla and in next weeks and in Saudi Arabia in the winter time, so give you opportunity to play it once we are there. Of course we are going to try. Now know how we are right now, the situation that we are, so we finish 2 weeks later than Arsenal, we start 2 leagues later than Arsenal, so we are not in the best way. Always we struggle to restart every season. But it's a final, and hopefully our mentality can help us to be there and compete like we have to compete against them and try to win the title.
You talk about mentality. After you've achieved something as historic as you achieved last season, what are you looking for in the players to make sure they still have that edge to go again this year?
I would say that I don't know. I would say we are going to see, but at the same time, every pre-season, always when we won the quadruple or we won the Premier Leagues in a row, 2-3 times, always we think, the players will be dropped, the players will not be ready, and the players were ready, and everyone was ready. I think will be highs and lows. I think my feeling for experience in the first part of the season, have to try to avoid to drop too much. Don't let the opponents, especially in the Premier League, on the first stages in the Champions League, run away. But in terms of, I know except Matteo that arrived, the other people, I know them quite well, and I know they are incredible competitors, and we will push each other, we will challenge each other, and I'm sure that we'll be there.
Can I just ask you about the situation with Guardiola and also Kyle Walker and Bernardo Silva, that there's been a lot of talk about those two maybe leaving and what their situation is for?
Well, regarding Guardiola, what a beautiful surname he has. Regarding him, he's doing a medical test, so everybody knows he's here, and hopefully we can finish the deal in the next hours, next days. And regarding Kyle and Bernardo, what could I say? So they are so important player for us. We want him yes or yes. We are going to do everything to, of course, here is not like Gundo, like finish the contract. He has contract, so. But we want him to stay because he want to stay, and we will do everything, because replace these 2 players is so difficult. We lost 2 incredible players for us, like Ilkay and Riyad, like in the last seasons were massively important, incredible goals, assists, and personalities in the big stages and big important games. And lose Kyle and Bernardo will be so difficult, and that's why we are going to do everything to keep them, and because they want, because they want really be here.
Hi Pep, welcome back. From your perspective, Guardiola, what will he bring to Manchester City?
It's medical test, so let's finish. When it's done, I will give my opinion.
Are you done? If Guardiola comes in, are you done in the transfer market? Is that City's business done? Or is
I don't know. I think he's going to move something. Yeah, it's not yet.
If the season started today, it starts on Sunday really for City, are they ready? Are they ready to go? Are you happy with everything?
I'm happy for everything, yeah, definitely. But what I said before, still we need, I think all the teams, not just Man City. But the reality in this period, 1 week of work helps a lot, but we cannot forget it's 11 months, so don't get injured and add training sessions day by day. weeks by weeks and game by games, the players will get what we need.
Hi, Pep. Can I pick up on Guardiola coming in? Because assuming the medical goes well in your side.
Assuming,
yeah.
Wait, I'll call Guardiola, and I promise you. So, but not now, because I'm not allowed to do it for the club. So
my point was going to be, though, assuming he comes in, that will give you 6 central defenders.
The season is so long, so it's many games.
That's not too many to have.
No, absolutely not.
And picking up on what Simon was asking about Bernardo Silva as well, because it feels like it's been a lot of summers. I think it's 3 in a row now where we've had talk about his future, is there reported interest. Do you, as with other players, have a gentleman's agreement with him that if an offer comes in that matches your valuation...
For the day one, I want to clarify that, because I know the reports from Barcelona make my word what I said. I said for the day one until the end, I don't want any player that don't want to be here. So, but I am an employee. This is my opinion. I want to work with the guys, like I want to stay on my decisions. I want to work with the staff or back with my staff or the players. But after that, we had to get an offer. And we didn't get an offer, a proper offer. I would say I didn't get an offer. So that's why, what could I say? It's our player, we want him. And if they want it, they will take a plane, they will come here, they will talk with our sport director, the CEO, to arrive in agreement, because both parts or 3 parts, they have to be... Even not for the wish, I give the word, it's over. So we want to go everywhere to buy a player, just for being Man City. It's 10-15 million pounds more expensive than the other clubs. All the time it's like that. So, and the same guys, when they want to play as important players for us, but they are really important players, first they have to, to make an offer. And it didn't happen. And when that happens, it's going to stay, and we fight to extend the contract to be with us. It's simple as that. All the players happen since day one.
Is that what it takes then? Because you speak about, when you were answering Simon earlier, talking about trying to convince these players to stay. They have to want to stay, and you will do everything you can to help, make them make a decision. What can you do? What is it? Is it about conversations? Is it contracts?
No, it's many cases. So we cannot forget the situations are completely different each year for the different one. When you want the travel, it looks like the job is done. And the players, most of the players with 32, 33 years old, like Ilkay, Riyad said, we arrive here to win the Premier Leagues, and after all the people asking about the Champions League, will not be complete. If we don't win the Champions League, and all, some players feel, okay, I want a new experience. I will not be the guy to say no for the contract. But at the same time, you have to be taking agreement with the important part of the club. And the club is not me, it's the business, make a deal happen. And in the cases, so of course, in that case, Bernardo Cal, we talked many times the last month, even years, how important it is for them, for us, how we want him, yes or yes, and we continue to do it until the end, until the end. What's going to happen? So I don't know, but it's not going to happen if the both clubs don't arrive, because they are massive important players. Because when we lost this type of players, we have to go to the market to buy the replacement. And with this type of player, it doesn't cost 10 million, 20, 30, 40, 50. No, it's more expensive than that. And, we need that money as a club to reimburse for another players, to make the team as much stronger as possible, to defend the crowns that we want, and be, play good, win a lot of games for our people. It's simple. It's not, I would say, more complicated to understand it.
Hi Pep, Arsenal have signed Declan Rice this summer, obviously for a huge sum of money. He was a player that you were perhaps interested in. There were reports that you were interested in him. How disappointed were you to miss out on him?
Absolutely not. Declan Rice decided to go to Arsenal. The offer was incredible, and all the best, because I think he's an really important player. I think he's a very nice guy, and for the national team, England national team, is and will be important, and Arsenal bought an incredible player.
Just one more, Pep. It's been announced today you've got your former assistant coming back on Mark.
Yeah.
That's good news for you.
Absolutely. Juanma is the best assistant coach you can have in the bad moments. and you have to find the people close to you in the bad moments. In the good ones, I don't need anyone. Just open the champagne to celebrate together. But in the bad moments, you have to have. And Juanma, beyond his knowledge about football, and there is especially identified what happened, especially football players, is a massive, massive human being. So I think all of us, personally, I'm really happy. He came with his right hand, Inigo, but all the people, the staff, backroom staff, players were delighted to see him back. So go for it.
Hi there. What have you made of Arsenal's summer transfer business in general? Price, Timber, and how about today players? Do you think that will take them to the next level possibly?
Yeah, definitely. They didn't buy players to make the squad bigger. They buy start 11 players. So yeah, really good, all of them. Really good. I could not expect differently. Newcastle have done it. Liverpool a bit less, but I think with Henderson and Fabinho gone, I think they're going to do the market again, and United do it again. So it's normal. So every season the teams want to do the team better, not just Man City.
You said in the past before season start, because of your history, that it's always Liverpool viewed as the main challenges. Do you think Arsenal maybe have replaced Liverpool now as your main challenges to the title?
Arsenal with Arsene Wenger installed the club in that position that I'm very happy that he got the statue of the place in an Emirates Stadium what Arsene Wenger deserved, because a part of the title that was more or less, it doesn't matter, is how he changed many things in the English football. I would say the influence of Arsene Wenger in this football was massive. One of the greatest, maybe the greatest, in the terms from come from aboard and bring something new that maybe was not here, and install a culture that he was. Maybe the last year drop, and Mikel bring him again in the position Arsenal was all the time. So everybody knows that if you start every season, I say the same, but that is my feeling. So it's not one or two. There are a lot of teams. They are going to fight for everything. And the challenge is massive for us. So how we be able mentally, and how we can grow as a team in the football-wise and sustain that level. So it's almost impossible. You cannot win more that we want. But the challenge is that how starving still we are, how hungry still we are, how have desire still to defend what we want. And yeah, we will see. We will see during the process, the 11 months, in the lower moments that we'll have, and many of them, I would think more than ever, for the fact we won, how we overcome and come back in what they have to be.